Have you ever reached into your pocket, opened an old coin jar, or received a handful of pennies as change without giving them a second look? What if I told you that one of those ordinary-looking wheat pennies could actually be hiding an incredible story that collectors spend years searching for? Today we're uncovering some of the most fascinating wheat pennies that continue to capture the attention of serious collectors across America. These coins don't stand out because they're shiny or brand new. They stand out because of their history, rarity, unique characteristics, and the incredible demand surrounding the right examples. Here's the exciting part. One of the coins in today's countdown has surprised collectors with remarkable auction results, while another has become a true conversation piece because of the details many people overlook. The closer we get to the number one coin, the more surprising the discoveries become. So don't skip ahead, because the coin you ignore today could be the one collectors are hoping to find tomorrow. If you love rare coins, hidden treasures, and the thrill of discovering history in your own collection, you're in the right place. Welcome back to the channel. We bring you fresh, rare coin discoveries, collector stories, market updates, and fascinating wheat penny facts every single day. Make sure you stay until the end, because today's countdown is packed with surprises that every collector in America should know about. Coin number one. Our countdown begins with a wheat penny that many people have handled without realizing its historical significance. At first glance, a 1947 wheat penny without a mint mark may appear to be just another old cent. Years of circulation often leave behind brown toning, darker spots, and natural aging across both sides of the coin. To an experienced collector, however, these features tell the story of a coin that has survived decades of American history. The 1947 wheat penny was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not place a mint mark on its cents during that period. It was struck shortly after World War II, when the United States was entering a new era of economic growth. Millions of Americans used these coins every day to buy groceries, newspapers, and everyday necessities. Every surviving example carries a small piece of that history. This wheat penny is composed of approximately 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it the classic bronze appearance that collectors admire. Over many decades, exposure to air, humidity, and handling naturally created brown toning and darker spots on many surviving coins. While ordinary environmental spots alone do not make a coin rare, collectors carefully examine every detail because unusual varieties, striking characteristics, exceptional preservation, and certified errors can dramatically influence desirability. One of the most recognizable features is the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse are the famous wheat ears that gave this series its popular nickname, making it one of the most beloved designs in American numismatic history. Collectors searching for 1947 wheat pennies pay close attention to sharp lettering, complete wheat lines, original surfaces, and signs that the coin has not been harshly cleaned. Even coins in fine condition continue to attract interest because they remain an affordable entry point into one of America's favorite coin series. According to your described example, this coin has a current market value of approximately $235,000. That figure would apply only if the specific coin possesses exceptional collectible qualities, such as an authenticated rarity or extraordinary characteristics verified by professional grading experts. Values in the coin market change over time depending on rarity, certification, condition, and collector demand. If you discover a 1947 wheat penny, never clean or polish it. Even gentle cleaning can reduce collector interest. Instead, Hold it carefully by the edges, store it in a protective holder, and have it authenticated by a respected third-party grading service if you believe it may have unusual characteristics. Every day, our channel brings you fresh updates, rare coin discoveries, and collector insights to help you learn more about coins that might be hiding in plain sight. Coin number 2. Now, the excitement reaches an even higher level because the next coin on today's countdown is one that has earned tremendous attention from wheat penny collectors across the United States. The 1951 with S wheat penny is one of those coins that many people have owned at some point without realizing it could become an important collectible under the right circumstances. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary old penny with a beautiful circulated appearance, a deep, dark brown layer, scattered green and black dots from decades of natural aging, and a classic vintage look that immediately tells a story of American history. This coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint, which is identified by the small S mint mark beneath the date. During the early 1950s, America was experiencing remarkable industrial growth, and millions of wheat pennies passed from hand to hand every single day. Families used them in grocery stores, school cafeterias, movie theaters, and neighborhood shops, never imagining that decades later collectors would carefully study these same coins in search of remarkable examples. The 1951 S wheat penny was minted using the traditional bronze alloy consisting of approximately 95% copper with the remaining 5% made up of tin and zinc. This famous composition gives the coin its warm copper appearance while also allowing it to develop beautiful natural toning over time. As the years passed, exposure to air, moisture, storage conditions, and circulation created the rich, dark brown color, along with the green and black spotting often seen on older copper coins. To experienced numismatists, natural aging can make a coin visually fascinating, especially when the surfaces remain original and have not been cleaned. Turn the coin over, and you'll immediately notice the iconic wheat ears standing proudly on each side of the words 1 cent and United States of America. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the wheat penny reverse has become one of the most recognizable coin designs in American history. Every line in the wheat stalks, every letter, and every detail is examined closely by collectors because strong design details often indicate a more desirable example. What truly creates excitement around a 1951 S wheat penny is not simply its age, but the possibility of exceptional strike quality, attractive original surfaces, interesting die characteristics, and overall eye appeal. Serious collectors spend years searching through dealer inventories, estate collections, and old family coin jars, hoping to discover a beautiful example that stands above ordinary circulated pieces. Coins with pleasing color, balanced wear, and original surfaces continue to attract strong interest because collectors appreciate authenticity above all else. Another fascinating aspect of this wheat penny is how its appearance can immediately catch the attention of experienced collectors. The beautiful circulated condition, combined with the naturally developed dark brown layer and colorful green and black toning, gives the coin a distinctive personality. Every mark, every shade of color, and every tiny detail reflects more than 70 years of history. Instead of seeing damage, knowledgeable collectors often see a lifetime of preservation and a story that cannot be recreated. According to the value you provided for this particular example, its current market value is stated as $158. Such a figure would apply only if the coin possesses exceptional collectible qualities that are professionally authenticated, since actual market prices depend on certification, rarity, condition, eye appeal, and collector demand. at the time of sale. Ooh. If you ever discover a 1951 with S wheat penny, resist the temptation to clean it or polish away its natural color. Original surfaces are highly valued in the collecting community. Store the coin carefully in a protective holder, avoid touching the faces with your fingers, and consider having it evaluated by a reputable third-party grading service if you believe it has unusual characteristics. Sometimes the smallest details are the ones that separate an ordinary wheat penny from a coin that becomes the centerpiece of a serious collection. And don't forget, our channel brings you fresh, rare coin discoveries, exciting collector stories, market insights, and new wheat penny updates every single day. Stay with us because the next coin in today's countdown becomes even more surprising. And many collectors believe it hides one of the most fascinating stories in the entire wheat penny series. Coin number 3. Now it's time for the third coin in today's countdown, and this is where things become even more fascinating. At first glance, the 1956 with D wheat penny may seem like just another old copper cent that has spent decades in circulation. But experienced collectors know that appearances can be deceiving. Some of the most interesting discoveries have come from coins that looked ordinary to everyone else. That's why thousands of collectors across the United States still search through old coin jars, inherited collections, and pocket change hoping to uncover a wheat penny with exceptional collectible qualities. The 1956 with D wheat penny was struck at the famous Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark located beneath the date. During the mid-1950s, America was experiencing rapid economic growth, and billions of pennies were circulating through stores, banks, schools, and businesses every single day. Most were spent without a second thought, but decades later, these same coins have become part of one of the most collected series in American numismatic history. Like other Lincoln wheat cents of the era, the 1956 with D was struck from an alloy containing approximately 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This classic bronze composition is one of the reasons these coins develop such beautiful natural aging over time. The dark brown spots visible on the reverse of your described coin are consistent with decades of natural oxidation and storage. Many collectors appreciate original surfaces because they preserve the authentic character of an old coin, especially when the coin has never been cleaned or artificially altered. The obverse proudly features Abraham Lincoln, honoring one of America's most respected presidents, while the reverse displays the iconic wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this timeless design remained in production from 1909 through 1958 and continues to be one of the most recognizable coin designs ever produced by the United States Mint. What makes a 1956 with D wheat penny exciting to collectors isn't simply the date or mint mark. Serious numismatists carefully inspect every detail, including the sharpness of the strike, the originality of the surfaces, the color, the overall eye appeal, and whether the coin exhibits any unusual die varieties or minting characteristics. A coin with strong details and attractive natural toning can generate far more collector interest than an ordinary example with the same date. The old circulated appearance of this coin adds another layer of historical charm. Every mark and every shade of brown reflects decades of American history. It may have traveled through countless hands, crossed state lines, and witnessed generations of everyday commerce before finally becoming part of a collector's search. That sense of history is one of the reasons wheat pennies continue to captivate collectors year after year. According to the value you provided for this particular example, its current market value is stated as $138. Zeroth. Such a valuation would apply only if the coin has exceptional collectible characteristics that are verified through professional authentication and grading, since actual market prices vary based on rarity, condition, certification, eye appeal, and current collector demand. If you discover a 1956 with D wheat penny in your own collection, avoid cleaning or polishing it, even if it appears dark or aged. Original surfaces are often preferred by collectors because they preserve the coin's authenticity. Store it carefully in the protective coin holder, handle it only by the edges, and consider having it examined by a reputable third-party grading service if you believe it may possess unusual features or significant collectible potential. And remember, this is only coin number 3. The final 2 wheat pennies in today's countdown become even more intriguing, with stories and characteristics that have kept collectors searching for years. If you're passionate about hidden treasures and America's most collectible coins, stay with us, because our channel brings you fresh, rare coin discoveries, market updates, collector insights, and exciting wheat penny content every single day. Coin number 4. Now we're entering the final stretch of today's countdown, and the suspense keeps building. Coin number 4 is a wheat penny that has fascinated collectors for generations, the 1940 wheat penny with no mint mark. To many people, this coin may look like nothing more than an old copper cent with a dark brown and black reverse, natural green dots, and heavily circulated edges. But experienced collectors know that some of the most interesting discoveries begin with coins that appear completely ordinary. This 1940 wheat penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which means it carries no mint mark beneath the date. During the early 1940s, America was approaching one of the most important periods in its history. These pennies passed through the hands of workers, families, merchants, and schoolchildren long before they became prized collectibles. Every surviving example represents a genuine piece of American history that has traveled through decades of circulation. Like other Lincoln wheat cents of the period, this coin was produced from an alloy of approximately 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. That bronze composition is one reason collectors enjoy studying these coins today. As copper naturally reacts to decades of storage, handling, humidity, and environmental exposure, it develops distinctive colors ranging from chocolate brown to nearly black, sometimes accompanied by green oxidation. The dark brown and black layer on the reverse side of your described coin, along with the scattered green dots, reflects the natural aging process that makes every vintage copper coin unique. The front of the coin features the timeless portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse proudly displays the iconic wheat ears surrounding 1 cent and United States of America. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this classic design became one of the most recognizable symbols in American coin collecting. Even today, collectors continue searching for attractive wheat pennies with original surfaces and well-preserved design details. What truly captures the attention of experienced numismatists is not simply the coin's age, but its overall originality. A 1940 wheat penny with untouched surfaces, natural color, and strong remaining details can generate considerable collector interest. Experts carefully inspect the strike quality, lettering, wheat lines, rim condition, and any unusual die characteristics or minting varieties that could make an individual example stand out from ordinary circulated pieces. The heavily circulated edges tell their own story. This coin likely passed through countless transactions over many decades before finally finding its way into a collection. Every tiny mark reflects a chapter of American commerce, making the coin not only a collectible, but also a small piece of living history. That historical connection is one of the biggest reasons wheat pennies remain among the most beloved U.S. coins. According to the value you provided for this specific example, its current market value is stated as $275. Such a figure would apply only if the coin possesses exceptional collectible characteristics that have been professionally authenticated, since actual market values depend on rarity, condition, certification, eye appeal, and current collector demand. If you ever come across a 1940 wheat penny with no mint mark, avoid cleaning it, polishing it, or attempting to improve its appearance. Original surfaces are often more desirable to collectors than artificially bright ones. Hold the coin only by its edges, keep it in a protective holder, and consider submitting it to a respected third-party grading service if you believe it has unusual characteristics or outstanding preservation. And now, the excitement reaches its highest point because only one coin remains in today's countdown. If you thought these wheat pennies were impressive, wait until you see our number one coin. It has become one of the most talked about pieces in today's collector community, and you won't want to miss the incredible story behind it. Stay with us, and don't forget to subscribe, because our channel brings you fresh, rare coin discoveries, collector insights, market updates, and exciting wheat penny content every single day. Coin number 5. And now we've reached the number one coin in today's countdown, the wheat penny that has sparked curiosity among collectors for decades. If you've stayed with us until this moment, you're about to discover why so many coin enthusiasts carefully inspect every 1943 wheat penny they come across. This year holds a special place in American numismatic history, and that's exactly why the 1943 with D wheat penny continues to attract attention from beginners and experienced collectors alike. The 1943 with D wheat penny was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark beneath the date. During World War II, the United States faced an enormous demand for copper to support military production. As a result, most 1943 Lincoln cents were produced using zinc-coated steel instead of the traditional bronze alloy. Because of this unusual change, the 1943 issue became one of the most famous years in the entire Lincoln wheat penny series. Your described example features a gray layer with brown spotting on the reverse and an old circulated appearance. Over many decades, steel cents often developed gray surfaces, darker oxidation, and areas of discoloration as the zinc coating aged. Collectors frequently examine these coins closely because natural aging patterns, originality, and overall preservation can influence collector interest. The brown spots and aged appearance tell a story of decades spent in circulation, making each surviving coin a unique piece of American history. The obverse displays the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse carries the classic wheat ears that gave this legendary series its name. Even though millions of 1943 with D cents were produced, collectors continue searching for attractive original examples with strong details, minimal damage, and unusual characteristics. Every letter, every rim detail, and every design element is carefully inspected because exceptional examples can stand apart from ordinary circulated pieces. One of the reasons the 1943 with D wheat penny remains so fascinating is the historical period it represents. Every coin from this year reflects a time when the United States changed its coinage to conserve strategic metals during wartime. That historical significance alone makes the 1943 issue one of the most recognized wheat pennies ever produced. Collectors appreciate these coins not only for their appearance, but also for the remarkable story behind their creation. When examining a 1943 with D wheat penny, experienced numismatists pay close attention to the mint mark, the originality of the surfaces, the condition of the steel coating, strike quality, and whether the coin displays any unusual minting characteristics or authenticated varieties. These factors, not age alone, are what determine a coin's true collectible appeal. According to the value you provided for this specific example, its current market value is stated as $260. Such a valuation would apply only if the coin possesses exceptional collectible characteristics that have been professionally authenticated, as actual market prices depend on rarity, condition, certification, eye appeal, and collector demand. If you find a 1943 with D wheat penny in an old collection or among inherited coins, never clean or polish it. Handle it only by the edges, store it in a protective holder, and have it examined by a reputable third-party grading service if you believe it has unusual features or exceptional preservation. Professional authentication is the best way to understand a coin's collectible significance. What an incredible countdown! From historic Philadelphia issues to fascinating Denver and San Francisco wheat pennies, today's list shows why collectors across America never stop checking old coin collections. Sometimes the most ordinary-looking penny can lead to an extraordinary discovery. And that's what makes coin collecting so exciting. If you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our fresh daily updates on rare US coins, hidden collector treasures, market insights, and fascinating wheat penny discoveries. Thank you for watching. And remember, your next rare coin discovery could be waiting in a collection you already own.